Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Phoenix, and this is the Consumer's Guide to Video Games. Hollow Knight, 2017, Team Cherry. Fuck this cold. Hollow Knight is an action platformer game where the player takes control of a wandering knight. Traveling to the Hollow Nest, he comes to see that this kingdom has become infected with some form of disease, turning its residents into mindless zombies. With only his trusty sword in hand, this knight must fight his way through these infected monsters and rid the kingdom of this disease once and for all. One of the indie gaming scene's biggest titles in the 2010s, Hollow Knight is a favorite amongst gamers, and for good reason. This game is an incredibly atmospheric and rewarding experience. What fascinates me about the gameplay of Hollow Knight is that, as a holistic piece, it is quite a nice snapshot of the tropes and mechanics that made up 2010's gaming, particularly in the indie scene. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania-style platforming game. You get a big set of areas to explore, all of which are interconnected and all of which have many layers to get through. These areas can have portions that are inaccessible and you need new powers to progress. You sort of get the idea. If you played something like Symphony and fuck this cold. If you played something like Symphony of the Night, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, or any Metroid game, you would get the idea. But Hollow Knight combines those mechanics, which it uses really well, with another 2010's gaming stalwart, Dark Souls. Hollow Knight incorporates many of the ideas that make those FromSoft games so engaging. There are minimal save points throughout each area, you lose your money upon dying and have to retrieve it from your ghost. It emphasizes the boss battles over everything else, there are RPG mechanics, yada yada yada. Hollow Knight, in my eyes, effectively and cohesively combines these styles into an incredibly fun experience. The combat and the platforming are incredibly smooth, especially when you get the right upgrades. Every boss presents a fair and balanced challenge requiring you to use your skills and logical manners to defeat them. Each level, as I alluded to, is richly designed and has so many secrets to uncover. There are collectibles, secret bosses, upgrades of all sorts. You name it and it is there. I beat the game with a 65% completion rate, so I could easily go back to my previous save file and be occupied for hours more, finding everything I missed. While Hollow Knight is a fun experience in terms of gameplay, it shines best as an artistic piece. Oh, fuck. The game is beautiful in terms of art direction. The aesthetics of each level are varied and unique, but all feel connected and cohesive. The kingdom of Hollow Nest on the surface is mostly a dusty town and some mountains, but underground is where it is diverse. There are underground gardens, caves full of pink crystals, sewer systems, and so on. The characters are all these weird, white-faced things with black eyes. I think they're supposed to be like beetles or something. But they all have different personalities and varied looks. It is honestly incredible what Team Cherry did with the Unity engine, to the point that it didn't even cross my mind that it was a Unity game. The score for this game, composed by Chris Larkin, is probably my favorite part of this experience. Larkin's pieces are primarily ambient affairs, centered on piano and strings primarily. Each piece just sort of quietly sits in the background. When you enter Dirtmouth, this abandoned shack town, you get this melancholic piano melody that relaxes you and envelops you in this quiet, dust-ridden ghost village. But when you encounter a boss, that's when shit amps up, and every time one of those pieces comes on, you know shit's about to go down. One piece I recall had these shredding harpsichord melodies that really got you on the edge of your seat. The final piece that plays during the Hollow Knight boss perfectly flows with each stage of it, going from epic to tragic seamlessly. It is operatic fairy tale music and I love every minute of it. The story of Hollow Knight is one that is hidden in the background. Since the voice acting is all gibberish, you'll be doing a lot of reading. But that's fine with me, as the dialogue in this game and the world you uncover are fascinating. As you explore, you not only uncover a world full of blight and sorrow, but a fallen kingdom that can only be saved by powers greater than yourself. Not only that, the game has a great sense of tone, as every moment of levity is perfectly timed. I really enjoyed finding that bumbling idiot of a knight all over the map, and then finding him at this gladiator arena and just smacking him around like it's nothing. There is a grand world to uncover in this game, but since I only got a partial ending, I can't give you the deets on how this game truly ends. But rest assured, once I 100% this game, I will report back with my findings. Hollow Knight, in my eyes, definitely deserves the praise it has gotten over the years. Examining it nearly 10 years later presents the player with this beautiful amalgamation of the ideas and tropes that have come to define gaming in recent times. Uncovering this wonderfully imaginative world and every secret in these levels will keep you occupied for hours and hours, challenging you at every turn. It is a visual feast of a game with a brilliant set of original compositions that create an atmosphere that is utterly entrancing. Definitely play this game, as even if it is a collection of other ideas mashed together, these ideas create a mosaic unto itself. Highly recommended. And I am feeling a 9 to a 9.5 out of 10 on this one. I think it's closer to a 9.5 than it is a 9, and it's probably just gonna be a 9.5 once I 100% the game. Catch you later, guys.